Welcome back to this already the final segment of today's Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. You know that music. And yeah, you didn't turn the channel in time. You're stuck with us. It's the 3 a.m. Egos featuring Dan Shedd, intern extraordinaire, Sigmund Kramer, my producer, and yours truly, Kevin Price. And looking at the weird news, that's the source for today's story that Dan brought to us. This should be interesting. Yeah.
It should be.
I'm choking to death because, it's flu season, and you attacked us with Lysol.
I Lysoled the heck out of these mics.
I'm barely able to breathe.
He just inhaled a bunch of Lysol. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Kevin's
for great
turning
radio.
various colors. Yeah. This is much better TV than it is radio. So it just finally caught up with me, dude. It's like, wow.
I've already coughed half a lung out. Dan, too bad you're not here to enjoy it with us.
Yeah, it's memorable.
Oh, boy.
All right, so let's do story number 2. The team that among the least I wanted to win the World Series is on the eve of doing so, it appears. The San Francisco Giants. You got a story about that. Let's start with that.
Well, the San Francisco Giants, as you guys know, are 1 win away from winning the World Series.
Well, I don't know that. What are you talking about?
Well, real Americans know that. But anyway, go ahead, Dan.
Well, there are 2 people that are actually giants that
Like
don't
physically
root
large?
for the-
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Like physically large?
Physically large in height.
Okay.
One guy
7'8" is one of them,
Yes.
and
One
the other
guy-
one is no. They're both actually 7'8".
Yes.
And one of them is a former Harlem Globetrotter.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
it. Yeah.
One of them is, George Bell is 7'8", former Harlem Globetrotter, and the other guy is Igor Vovakowski or something like that. I can't pronounce his name.
Neither can he. It's okay.
But
It's
apparently-
Bob Kavinsky. Bob Kavinsky, by the way.
Bob Kavinsky, okay.
Yep.
Neither of them really care about the Giants, even though they have, even though they're Giants themselves. Vovakowski told the Huffington Post that he doesn't really watch baseball. He prefers hockey, football, or soccer because he says that baseball is too slow.
Got it. And so is he making a statement against, the whole... So it's really not personal. It's not. He doesn't feel at all offended. He just doesn't like the game.
No, he doesn't like the game at all. I mean, they don't really feel any, angst against the Giants nickname or anything like that. Unlike, people who are against the Washington Redskins name because of the racial tension for that name.
Hey, Dan,
So they're,
can you name that tune?
Sweet Georgia Brown.
Oh, well, he did it.
Yeah, he has no idea that this was the theme song of the Harlem Globetrotters.
No, not at all.
I don't think so.
but I have seen the Harlem Globetrotters a long time ago, and they're really, really fun to watch.
They are. I wish that our president was a former Harlem Globetrotter because he'd be a lot more fun to watch, too.
Oh, boy. Oh,
You had to
boy.
go there.
Yeah, I've seen him
he
play
acts
ball.
like he
His
thinks-
game is, they exaggerate how good his game
He
is.
thinks that he was a Harlem Globetrotter, I think, but the reality is somewhat less than that. So these guys aren't big Giants fans. They're not big baseball fans.
No.
Okay.
They
Although
are.
he says his bowling is like that of a special needs person.
Well, so is his presidency.
Yeah. In fact, he used a more offensive word than that, but he can do that because he's a liberal Democrat.
Absolutely. But back to the baseball. So when's the final game?
The final game will be tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. Tell that to the Kansas City Royals.
Yes, I was getting there, Kevin. You
What?
jumped all over me, buddy.
Yeah, I did
was
jump all
getting to
over you
that.
because the Royals may have something to say about tonight being the final game.
I mean, I'm personally going for the Royals because I would love to see, the underdog finally win World Series after however many years. But after last night's pitching performance, I'm kind of scared for the Royals, honestly.
Yeah, I think they're not going. I think they've been a house of cards the whole time. I don't know how they've done what they've done, and they're like one of the weakest hitting teams in all of baseball. I mean, they can't produce a run. I don't know how they got there, but I'm hoping they win because I don't like the Giants.
It must be their special teams.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, man. If they can just score a few 3-pointers at the buzzer, then they got a good chance of taking it home and getting that Stanley Cup.
Okay, moving right along. What's your other topic for us? What's your other topic for us before we run out of
My
time?
other topic today is 11 foods that can be used as cleaning supplies. Yes, you don't have to get, chemical-y stuff from the grocery store. You can just use banana peels to polish silver.
Well, I like to use raw poultry myself.
For your silverware.
Sure, yeah. Well, just when you're cleaning the...
Well, clean it out. If you live, you not only will your silverware be cleaned out, you'll be cleaned out.
Yeah, that's right. When you're cleaning your counters, just remember, a raw chicken breast does a great job.
Yeah, and here's the disclaimer in case you needed one. Don't listen to the man that just said that. That's unbelievable. Oh, my God.
Okay, so other than banana peels, what do we got, Dan?
We have cucumbers can remove marks on walls and tables.
Cucumbers.
You can use ketchup to brighten up your copper pots and pans. Raw onions will help clean
The
out
acid
your
in the
dirty
ketchup.
grill.
The acid in the ketchup makes sense. Raw onions will do what?
Will help you clean your dirty grill grates. Like if you're out barbecuing.
I've heard that.
You know?
Yeah, I've heard that. But, you cry while you're trying to clean it. It's the problem.
Yes.
And then you burn your fingers off. So I wouldn't.
That might happen.
I wouldn't suggest that. I'm surprised they didn't mention vinegar.
On this list, I am too, actually. On this list, I would be willing to do all but 3 of them. I don't see me using something like bananas to clean my silverware. That's going to leave a different kind of residue.
Right.
I don't see me using ketchup on the pots and pans. I don't see me. What else didn't see me doing? I don't drink coffee, so it really wouldn't matter.
Here's what's silly.
But rice with my coffee grinder. There's something about putting something like that on something that's supposed to be clean. But the rest I can see me giving it a shot if I ever actually clean. But I pay people to do that.
I pay people to do that, too. And if they leave ketchup on my pots and pans, there's going to be hell to pay.
There's going to be hell to pay.
So they better not be doing that. They better be using something a little bit more stringent. Like, vinegar, which I guess is because it's one of the ingredients in ketchup. That's why it works. That or the acid in the ketchup. But that just seems odd. That just seems very odd to me. How about chocolate? Is chocolate good for cleaning anything?
If you're lactose intolerant, it will clean out parts of your body.
Colon cleanse.
Sorry, go ahead.
Unfortunately, chocolate is not a part of the list. Otherwise, people would be smearing chocolate everywhere to clean stuff.
I see nothing wrong with that.
I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, and just don't start getting kinky with that stuff.
Yeah.
Whipped cream is great for cleaning.
Cream and chocolate.
So Dan,
So, which of these 2 stories were most ridiculous, Sigmund?
Neither.
Neither one of them were very ridiculous. You got to work on the ridiculous quoting. But I did like the slap in the face to political correctness of the Giants story. I did like that. I like that.
Was that the slap in the face you were talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was kind of it was like, we don't care about this stuff.
you
I'm
remember-
a giant. Call them the Giants. I'm not going to be excited about them because baseball's too slow, but I don't care.
Do you remember when Barry Bonds played for the Giants?
I do.
He was a Giant. But since then, not really.
What do you mean by that?
He was a big guy.
Barry Bonds was a steroids created big guy. I mean, he
I
used
know
to be
that.
small.
I know that. But that's my point.
It's like Bagwell for all you Bagwell fans out there.
Oh yeah.
And I like Bagwell, but I think he was a user.
You think he used Really?
Oh, yeah, I do. And the only reason why you don't think that is because you're a Nationals fan. But I think he did use. And I'm a Nationals fan, too. But look at his forehead. Look at his forehead 20 years ago, and then look at it right before he retired. A protruding forehead is one of the telltale signs of that kind of usage.
Really? So Tyra Banks has been using steroids for all these years?
Tyra
That's
Banks.
Amazing.
Yeah, you're ridiculous.
That's amazing.
That's more ridiculous than both of these stories combined, by the way. All right, that's it for this show today. By the way, I like the Astros, and I'm even kind of a Bagwell guy, but I think he used. I don't know.
But he always looked like he had to go poop when he was up at the taking it. Never mind.
Forget about it. Man, that's just going from bad to worse. All right. Dan Shed, Sigmund Kramer, your host, Kevin Price. We'll see you tomorrow right here for another Price of Business. Today's Price in Business was brought to you in part by Terramina Business Consulting and Cornerstone Business Academy.
You've been listening to The Price of Business with Kevin Price, a production of Salem Communications Houston. Be sure to tune in next time for more fabulous insight from Kevin Price. And remember, folks, get your politicians nayed or spewed.